Hi, I'm Mike McKibben and I'm on the CTAM Europe board, and I have the pleasure of being joined by 4 of the alumni from the CTAM Europe Executive Management program run by INSEAD. And I want to ask them a few questions about what they got from their experience and why it has helped benefit their careers. So guys, thank you for joining me. And my first question is, how did you find the group work and the class debates? How did, the sort of interaction with peer groups and things go?
I think it was the whole course was a good mix. There's a good mix of pace and balance. So that you had these sort of practical discussions with the groups, and then they brought that back into the classroom and discussed it.
Right.
And there was good contribution throughout from all different participants. So I think one of the key things I had was a balance throughout the whole week.
Yes. And I believe one of the key things was the mixture of, let's say, industry leaders across the industry that participated in the discussions and debates. So every person there actually gave their own view of the situation and of how they would apply it to their business.
I like the idea that it was people from different disciplines as well, not all just from one particular area in the company.
Yeah.
Did that help you understand the sort of value chain as well?
So it was great because it was people from different parts and companies, but people from different companies in different parts of the value chain as well. So that created a great breadth of experience that you have, and not just having the conversation. Sometimes happens is only what you know. So we're exposed to quite a lot.
Yeah. What I really liked was actually the program had a very holistic approach. So as you say, there were people across the whole value chain. There was a theory during the seminars, but then you actually went out and you gave your own very practical issues, which you were then able to use the theory and apply to it, and look at the whole sort of business from the holistic perspective.
And I think one thing that is important, for your question as well, is the size of the class is not very big, and they keep rotating the groups as well. So somehow you have a chance to do an interaction with almost absolutely everybody over there, not just in the big plenary, but also in the small groups. I think you end up being just exposed to absolutely everybody in detail. That was very important.
And I guess that also helps in interactions outside in some of the social gathering and networking, so you actually get to know some of the people better than you might do at an event like today's symposium.
Definitely, yes. There were some very interesting social gatherings where, of course, you get to know the people through the classroom and through the classwork. And the discussions during the classwork and the workshops. But then in the social gatherings, it's like getting a bit more better, it's more intimate, so you get to discuss things in more depth and take things a bit further.
I would say 2 other things as well. I think the basing obviously in INSEAD and the sort of the quality and excellence you have there was more conducive for the conversation as well. You felt you were in a place of good conversation. The setting, the grounds, and everything about it were very, very beautiful environment. And then the cross-cultural people from different geographies brought a different point of view to the conversation as well. And I work across the European business, and you always get different points of view from different regions and different cultures, which is very additive to the conversation.
And do you think the people who attend this course should come from particular disciplines or from particular territories, or who would you say would benefit most from attending something like this?
I think we were saying before, the diversity is one of the things that is the key to the program as well. So if you just constrain to one industry or one kind of function or one area, then you lose a lot. A lot of the discussion was just seeing that different point of view.
It's multifunctional, so we've done it covers leadership, it covers finance, it covers business models, it covers marketing, customer experience. So any discipline really. I think it's if you send someone, if the person to attend would be someone that has potential to grow,
Sure.
I think that's the ideal person that would.
What I also really liked was that you were put in a work groups with the tasks, special tasks given with people, as you said, sometimes you didn't know them at all, and you had a very limited period of time to come up with a real solution in a group that never really worked together. So you had to put a lot of your assumption aside and just try to gel together as a team very quickly to be able to reach a conclusion. And the other really good element was that for the evening events, INSEAD brings a lot of really well-known industry leaders for fire chat evenings. And there was quite a few leaders, as much as I remember from Liberty Global, on a very sort of global level at the time, where it was really interesting just to sit very close to them and listen, hear firsthand the story of how they actually build the business, how they look at things.
That's really interesting. And I think if you were talking to a talent manager at an organization, perhaps in your company, what would you say was your biggest takeaway and something that you could take back to your organization?
Yes, I think it's all about that we're in an era of disruption, and we need to manage and lead change. So I think it needs to be across the organization. We need to inspire, talent managers need to inspire the people to be that agent for change.
I would say that from an internal point, to not just have one or two top senior managers go to the course, because that will help them with a point of view, but more broadly across the organisation, because you need more people, I think, exposed to the change and the disruption that is happening and will continue. And what I took away from the course was to understand that, and how you within the business had to then champion change.
Right.
So the more people that I think have that exposure enables the company to think we need to change together, rather than it just being sort of a top-down approach.
Yeah,
Yes.
and so you learned how to manage that change. Through an organisation.
Yeah.
Wherever you are in the organization, you're an agent for that change and
the
understand
stakeholders
it.
you need to bring in.
Yes.
Yeah, and for example, maybe it's for some cases it applies or not, but in my particular case, being on the business side as well, the whole networking is very important as well. Yeah. So that's something that with the whole atmosphere that you have over there, very relaxed, very sharing with everything, you just generate very valuable networks that are going to help the company as well in different positions, and makes you understand the mindset of the other players on the value chain as well, that in a completely open atmosphere, not in a kind of direct negotiation point of view. So I think that was very, very valuable.
And let's not forget about the professors. I think the top professors that are very, very inspirational. So it's also very inspiring to be there. It's like listening to a TED Talk. But it's more interactive, obviously, as we've said.
I think across the week, I think whether there's 5 or 6 different professors, that was great to have a different style from each of them, and have different topics that they were then lecturing on. And there's also a good mix of them having practical industry experience as opposed to just the academic side. Yes, the academic side is incredibly important, but it was then countered with industry experience as well. So again, it was a very good mix through the week.
The balance was right.
I think what was really, again, interesting for me was this kind of approach that where you develop your business, you should be looking towards the future, not at the here and now. So this concept of working towards blue line, what actually is the Amazons, Apples of this world are doing. And as I said, that was a huge eye-opener to realize that in order for you not to chase your bottom line every year, you have to work 3-5 years ahead. And also, again, when it comes to change, what was really interesting, the way they look at change, that it's not about managing uncertainty, but actually taking advantage of this, going on the attack more than on the defense. And this is how you're able to get through uncertain times, just ride this wave and be able to do so-called no regrets decisions.
Guys, it's been great chatting to you. Thanks for making time and telling us about your experience at the CTAM Europe Executive Management Program. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.